Change is inevitable, and sometimes it's something we deeply desire. But let's be honest, change is extremely hard. It's challenging, it's scary, and more often than not, we find ourselves stuck, unable to move forward. Today, we're going to explore why it's so difficult to change, what barriers hold us back, and most importantly, how can we overcome these barriers to truly reinvent ourselves. So if you're ready to take control of your life and become the person you've always wanted to be, stick around. This one's gonna be a game changer. Understanding the need for reinvention. First, let's talk about why you might feel the need to reinvent yourself. Maybe you're stuck at a job that doesn't fulfill you, or you realize that your current lifestyle isn't quite aligned with your true values. Perhaps you're dealing with a major life change, like a breakup, a move, or a burning desire to embark on a new journey in life that has forced you to reevaluate who you are and what you really want out of life. Reinvention is all about transformation. It's about recognizing that the person who you are today isn't the person you want to be tomorrow. And that's okay. It's not a sign of weakness or failure. It's actually a sign of growth. It means you're evolving, you're learning, and you're becoming more in tune with your authentic self. But as exciting as the idea of reinvention is, it's not always easy. There are real tangible barriers that make the process a lot more difficult. Let's try to break these down. Barrier 1, the fear of the unknown. The first barrier we often face is the fear of the unknown. Humans are creatures of habit. We find comfort in routine and predictability. When faced with the idea of change, especially significant change, it's natural to feel a sense of fear and anxiety. This fear is often rooted in uncertainty. What if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if I lose what I have now and end up with nothing? These are the kind of questions that come to paralyze us and keep us from taking that step forward towards change. But here's the thing, staying in your comfort zone may feel safe, but it's actually also very limiting. It prevents you from growing, learning, and experiencing new opportunities. The unknown is where all the potential for growth lies. To overcome the fear of the unknown, it's important to shift your perspective. Instead of viewing the unknown as a threat, start seeing it as a realm filled with possibilities. Embrace the idea that not knowing what's ahead can be exciting and full of potential. Every major achievement in life, whether personal or professional, begins with stepping into the unknown. It's where you discover new strength, learn valuable lessons, and build resilience. Remember, everything you currently know and are comfortable with today was once unfamiliar to you. One effective way to manage this fear is to break down the unknown into smaller and more manageable parts. Instead of thinking about the entirety of the change you're considering, focus just on that first step. What small action can you take today that will move you closer to your goal? By taking incremental steps, you reduce the overwhelming nature of change and make the unknown feel a lot less daunting. Each small step will build your confidence and help you gradually adapt to the new situation, making the larger transition feel just that much more achievable. Additionally, visualize the best possible outcomes. Instead of fixating on what could go wrong, focus on what could go right. Imagine the growth, success, and fulfillment that could come from embracing the unknown. This positive visualization can help counterbalance your fears and motivate you to take action despite the uncertainty. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and remind you of your capabilities. By consciously shifting your mindset and focusing on the potential rewards, you can transform the fear of the unknown into a powerful motivator for change. Overcoming the fear of the unknown. To overcome the fear of the unknown, start by reframing how you think about uncertainty. Instead of seeing it as a threat, view it as an opportunity. Yes, the outcome is uncertain, but that also means the possibilities are endless. So take small steps. You don't have to change everything at once. Start with something small and manageable, like learning a new skill or trying out a new routine. As you build confidence in your ability to adapt, the fear of the unknown will begin to diminish. Remember, every great achievement starts with a step into the unknown. Embrace the uncertainty as a part of your journey towards reinvention. Another key strategy to overcoming the fear of the unknown is to cultivate a mindset of curiosity. Instead of letting fear dictate your actions, approach new situations with a sense of wonder and eagerness. Ask yourself, what new experiences, knowledge, or growth opportunities might come from stepping into unfamiliar territory? Curiosity can transform fear into a driving force for exploration and innovation. When you focus on what you can gain rather than what you might lose, the unknown becomes a canvas for discovery rather than a source of anxiety. It's also helpful to build a support system of people who encourage and uplift you. Surround yourself with individuals who have successfully navigated change and can offer guidance, reassurance, and a different perspective. Their experiences can provide valuable insights and help you feel less lonely in your journey. Sharing your fears and aspirations with others not only lightens the emotional burden, but also opens up opportunities for collaboration and mutual growth. By leaning on your community and embracing the support of others, you create a safety net that makes venturing into the unknown less intimidating and more empowering. Barrier 2, self-doubt and lack of confidence. Even if we have a clear vision of the person we want to become, we often struggle with the belief that we're actually capable of making that transformation. We doubt our abilities, our worthiness, and sometimes even our right to change. Self-doubt can manifest in thoughts like, I'm not smart enough, I'm too old to change, or I don't have the resources. These negative beliefs can create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Where our lack of confidence prevents us from taking action, the lack of action reinforces our self-doubt. Overcoming self-doubt. Overcoming self-doubt starts with challenging these limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, what evidence do I have that these thoughts are true? More often than not, you'll find that these doubts are based on fear rather than actual fact. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend who is struggling. Acknowledge that change is hard and that it's okay to have doubts, but don't let those doubts define you or take power over your decisions. Another powerful tool is visualization. Spend time each day visualizing your success. See yourself as the person you want to become, achieving the goals you set out for yourself. This practice can help build the confidence you need to take action. And lastly, celebrate small wins. Every step you take towards your goal is a victory. Recognize and celebrate these moments to build momentum and reinforce your belief in your ability to change. Barrier 3, social pressure and expectations. Whether it's from family, friends, or society at large, we often feel pressure to conform to certain roles or expectations. This pressure can make it very difficult to break free and pursue the changes that we truly desire. For example, maybe you've always been seen as the responsible one in your family, and now you want to pursue a creative passion that doesn't really fit that mold. Or perhaps you're in a career that others view as prestigious, but it doesn't really fulfill you, and you're afraid of how people will react if you were to leave it. Overcoming social pressure. To overcome social pressure, it's essential to reconnect with your own values and desires. What do you truly want? What kind of life do you think would make you happy and give you a sense of fulfillment? Once you're clear on your values, it becomes easier to make decisions that align with them, even if they go against expectations others have placed upon you. Remember, you are the one who has to live with the consequences of your choices, no one else. It's also important to build a support system of people who understand and respect your journey. Surround yourself with individuals who encourage your growth and who will stand by you as you make these changes. If you encounter resistance or criticism from others, try to understand that it often stems from their own fears and insecurities. Their reactions say more about them than what they do about you. So stay focused on your path and keep moving forward. In addition to surrounding yourself with supportive individuals, it's crucial to set clear boundaries with those who may not fully understand or accept your choices. Politely but firmly communicate your goals and steps you're making to achieve them. Let them know that while you appreciate their concern and input, you are committed to following your own path. Boundaries help protect your mental and emotional well-being, allowing you to stay focused on your journey without being swayed by external pressures. Another effective approach is to find role models or mentors who have successfully navigated similar challenges. Learning from these experiences can provide you with valuable insights and strategies for overcoming social pressure. It's reassuring to know that others have faced and conquered the same obstacles, and their stories can serve as a source of inspiration and motivation for you. By emulating the resistance and determination of those who have walked a similar path, you can strengthen your resolve and stay true to your own vision, regardless of any societal expectations that others want to place on you. Barrier 4, fear of failure. This is one of the most common and powerful barriers to change. The idea of putting yourself out there, taking risks, and potentially failing can be very terrifying, extremely terrifying. Failure can be painful, it can be embarrassing, and it can make us question our worth. But here's the truth. Failure is a natural part of any growth process. In fact, it's often through our failures that we learn the most valuable lessons and are able to keep moving forward and continuing to learn. Overcoming the fear of failure. Start by redefining what failure means to you. Instead of seeing it as a negative outcome, view it as a learning opportunity. Each failure is a chance to gain new insights, refine your approach, and get that much closer to your goal. Set realistic expectations. Understand that change is a process, and setbacks are a normal part of that process. Don't let the fear of failing prevent you from trying in the first place. Practice resilience. When you encounter setbacks, don't give up. Instead, use that experience to build your resilience and determination. Remember, the most successful people are not those who never fail, but those who learn from their failures and just kept going. Lastly, embrace a growth mindset. This is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work and dedication. With a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than threats to your self-worth. Barrier 5, comfort zone and the resistance to change. Our comfort zone is where we feel safe, secure, and in control. It's a mental state where our activities and behaviors fit a routine and pattern that minimizes stress and risk. While staying in your comfort zone may feel good in the short term, it can prevent you from achieving your long-term goals. The comfort zone is the enemy of growth. To reinvent yourself, you need to step out of it. Stepping out of your comfort zone often triggers resistance, which can manifest as procrastination, self-doubt, or even physical discomfort. This resistance is your mind's way of protecting you from perceived threats, but it can also hold you back from realizing your full potential. The key to overcome this resistance is to understand that it's a natural part of the process. Acknowledge the fear and discomfort, but don't let them dictate your actions. Instead, use them as signals that you're on the brink of something transformative. One effective strategy to break free from your comfort zone is gradually expose yourself to new experiences. Start by taking small, calculated risks that push you beyond your boundaries without overwhelming you. For example, if public speaking makes you nervous, begin by speaking in front of a small supportive group before gradually working your way up to larger audiences. Each time you step outside of your comfort zone, you build resilience and expand your capabilities. Over time, what once felt daunting becomes manageable, and your comfort zone naturally expands, allowing you to pursue greater opportunities for growth and reinvention. Overcoming the comfort zone. Overcoming resistance to change starts with small, manageable steps. You don't have to leap out of your comfort zone all at once. Start by doing something small that challenges you. A new hobby, a different route to work, or speaking in a meeting. Gradually increase the level of challenge as you build your confidence. Each time you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, you expand it, making it easier to take on bigger challenges in the future. Develop a growth mindset, as I mentioned earlier. With this mindset, you'll be more willing to take risks and embrace change because you'll begin to see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Finally, remind yourself of your why. Why do you want to change? What's the ultimate goal? Keeping your focus on the bigger picture will help you push through the discomfort and keep moving forward. Barrier 6, lack of resources and support. Sometimes the barriers to change are external. You may feel that you don't have the time, money, or connections needed to make the changes you want in life. While these barriers are real, they are not insurmountable. Often, it's about finding creative ways to work with what you have and seeking out new resources and support. Overcoming the lack of resources. Start by assessing what you have. What skills, knowledge, and connections can you actually leverage? Often, we have a lot more resources at our disposal than what we are aware of. Look for ways to acquire the resources you need. This might involve seeking out free or low-cost learning opportunities, free courses, for example, building a network of supportive individuals, your friends, family, teachers, co-workers, or finding ways to save time through better organization and prioritization. Just productivity in general. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Reach out to people who have experience in the area you're trying to grow in. Most people are going to be very happy to share their knowledge and offer their support if you ask them. Lastly, you have to be resourceful. Sometimes the key to overcoming the lack of resources is simply thinking outside of the box. Be willing to try unconventional methods and don't be discouraged if you have to take a different path than what you originally envisioned. Barrier 7, negative self-talk and limiting beliefs. Our minds are very powerful, and the way we talk to ourselves can either propel us forward or hold us back. Negative self-talk, those inner voices that tell you you're not good enough, you're never gonna succeed, you're a failure, can be extremely destructive. These thoughts can create a mental barrier that stops you from even trying to change. Overcoming negative self-talk and limiting beliefs begins with awareness. Start by recognizing when these thoughts arise and the impact they have on your actions and your decisions. Often these negative thoughts are deeply ingrained, stemming from past experiences or societal conditioning. By identifying the root of these beliefs, you can begin to challenge their validity. Ask yourself, are these thoughts really based on facts, or are they just perceptions? Reframing these thoughts into more positive, constructive ones can help you break free from their grip. Another effective approach is to practice self-compassion and affirmations. Instead of berating yourself for perceived shortcomings, acknowledge your efforts and progress, no matter how small they are. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations that reinforce your worth and your potential. For example, instead of thinking, I can't do this, try, I am capable and resilient. Over time, these affirmations can reshape your mindset, helping you build a more empowering narrative that supports your journey and your reinvention. Overcoming negative self-talk. Overcoming negative self-talk begins with awareness. Pay attention to the thoughts that run through your mind. When you notice negative self-talk, don't let it go unchallenged. Question, is this really true? What evidence do I have? Replace those negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Instead of, I can't do this, try, I'm capable of figuring this out. Instead of, I'm not good enough, try, I'm constantly improving and growing. Over time, these positive affirmations can help you reshape your mindset. Practice self-compassion. Understand that everyone has doubts and fears, and it's okay to have them. The key is not to let them control you. Treat yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you will offer someone else. And lastly, surround yourself around positive people and positivity. Spend time with people who uplift and support you, and engage in activities that boost your confidence and your self-esteem. Taking action, the reinvention process. Now that we've covered the major barriers to change, let's quickly talk about the process of reinvention itself. How do we go from where we are now to where we want to be? Begins with self-assessment. Start by taking an honest look at where you are in life right now, what's working, what's not working. What are your strengths and your weaknesses? What do you want to change and why do you want to change it? Then set clear goals. Once you have a clear understanding of where you are, set a specific, measurable goal for where you want to go. These goals should be aligned with your values and the vision you have for your life. Once you've done that, create a plan. Develop a plan for how you're going to achieve your goals. Break them down into smaller, manageable steps and try to create a timeline for completing them. Once that's done, you have to take action. This is the most crucial step. Start taking action towards your goals, even if it's just one small step at a time. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It just doesn't exist. Start now. And once you started, you have to stay consistent. Change takes time, and it's important to stay consistent with your efforts. Keep working toward your goals, even when it's difficult. And don't be discouraged by the setbacks. With time, you should evaluate and adjust. Regularly evaluate your progress and make adjustments as needed. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to change your approach. Lastly, celebrate your successes. Don't forget to celebrate your successes along the way. Every step you take towards reinventing yourself is an achievement, and it's very important to recognize and celebrate your progress. Reinventing yourself is one of the most challenging and rewarding journeys you can undertake. It requires courage, determination, and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone and confront your fears. But the rewards, living a life that is true to who you are and aligned with your deepest values, are well worth the effort. Remember, the barriers to change are real, but they're not insurmountable. By understanding these barriers and developing strategies to overcome them, you can take control of your life and become the person you've always wanted to be. So what are you waiting for? The journey to reinventing yourself starts today. Take that first step and keep moving forward. Your future self is definitely going to thank you for it.
Yeah.